Hey, I'm Michael, CTO of BuddyBoss. In this video, I'll be taking you on a walkthrough of the BuddyBoss app, and you can download it today and play with it yourself. All right, let's get started. All right, so here we are on the home screen, and you can see this is our BuddyBoss mobile app home screen icon. Customizable, you would set this to whatever icon you want. And we're gonna touch that, and it takes us to the login screen. So from here, we can log in using the same user and password that you use on your website currently. We can also go to the forgot password screen, and we can also create an account from the app. So from here, you would enter your email, password, etc. It's the same fields that you've set up for registration in BuddyBoss platform will sync automatically into the app. That's a theme you're gonna see as I keep going. Everything syncs from the web. So let's come back here and log in. So you can see that we start here on a home screen that gives us a kind of overview of the content that's within the app to guide your users to different places. And you can see that we have our newsfeed, our members directory, groups, and if I go into the More tab, we can access my profile, go to app settings, and we have notifications, messages, forums, forum discussions, photos, the blog, and all of our LearnDash content and some app pages. Everything that you're seeing here is customizable, meaning when you set up the app in the WordPress backend, you can configure which links belong in the bottom tabs, which links belong in the More screen. You can even upload your own custom font files and set the colors and set which icons you want to use down here. So here we are on our optional home screen, and within this home screen, each one of these sections is actually a Gutenberg block. So within the WordPress admin, you're putting in Gutenberg blocks to configure this home screen. All right, so we'll start from the top, and we can see a list of members. So I can touch a member, and here we can see Madeline. I'm connected to her, and I'm following her. I can touch this to remove my connection. I can touch this to remove my follow. I can also send her a message. And we can see some info about her. So if I click on her profile, we can see these are her profile fields syncing in from the web. And this is her profile type. She's a mentor. We can come back and I can touch her timeline. And from here, we can see all the activities she's updated. And I'll go into more in all these features later on. We can see her connections and the groups that she's in. We can see her photos, and we can even like the photo and leave a comment. And we can go into forums and see all the forum posts she's responded to. And points, achievements, and ranks. This is coming from Biometrics, which is a third-party plugin used for enabling gamification. Many of our customers are using that, and we sync all that data into the app. So let's come back to our home screen. And we can see a preview of activity on the site, courses, forums, groups, and notifications. I'll show more of this as I go into those areas of the app. So let's jump into the newsfeed. And from here, we can see all the activity that's been published on the site from all the users, just like we see on the web. So we can go in here and again, see the comments and leave a comment. And let's go ahead and add a new post. This is my post. Okay, and we can upload a photo, we can attach a GIF as well. Let's set the visibility to all members and publish that. And then from here, I can change the visibility again if I want, let's say to my connections. I can like the post, and I can go in here and we have some quick actions. So I could unlike it, I can comment, I can edit it. Let's go ahead and edit the post. So we can see that edit activity, which we recently launched in the platform, is working as expected in the mobile app. and we can leave a comment on the post. You can see right now we're looking at all updates. I can filter by posts that I've liked, just like the web. If you enable separating activity posts by tabs, like you can do on the web, you will see that working here as well. Let's move on to the members directory. And from here we can see all the members on the site, and we have our quick actions again. So we can see that I've sent a connection request to Joseph. And we also have all the filters and search options that you would see on the web. So right now, if I touch all members, I could filter this by, let's say, my connections. And I can sort it. Instead of recently active, let's say I want to sort it by alphabetical. And I could even go in here and switch the profile type and say, okay, I want to only search teachers. So now we see the one teacher who is one of my connections. And we have this filter here, which has all of those options combined. So let's just put things back to the default. And we've also added support for the advanced profile search form. When you're on the web, you would normally see this form in the sidebar. In the app, it's right up here if you touch that arrow, and we can search by profile fields. Whatever profile fields you configured to be in this advanced search on the web are the ones you will see here in the app. So for example, if I want to search by gender and say female, we're going to see all the women on the site. And let's come in here and say the first name is Emily. And we've now found Emily. So let's come in here and clear the results. All right, so now I'm going to show you social groups. So let's touch this groups tab. And from here, we can see all the groups that exist on the website and synced into the app. And we can also see my role in each group. So for these two, you can see I'm an organizer. For these two, I am a member. And just like the members directory, we have our search filters at the top. So I could go in here, for example, and touch club, and now it's going to filter the groups by just those that are clubs. And I can use these as well, or I can go into our big filter and do it all at once. So let's say I want to see only the clubs that I belong to, and I want to sort them alphabetically. I can close this, and now we can see my clubs sorted alphabetically. I'm going to remove the club filter, and let's use the search as well. So I'll go in here and do a search. And sure enough, I get a result, foodies group. So we can go in here and I'll show you what a group looks like. So on the screen, we can see the name of the group and the group photo. This is the cover photo in the back. And then on the web, you're used to seeing tabs showing all the different types of content in the group. And those are done in this nice mobile interface. And throughout the app, we have really nice animations like this rubber banding and sliding in and out of content. Here we're seeing all the activity that has been posted within the group. If we come back, let's go into members, and we can see all the members of the group. And we're even showing you the members separated by their role within the group. So John is the organizer, and these are the regular members of the group. Let's go back, and we can see photos published in the group. So we can open up this photo and leave another comment. And we can also go into albums and see albums in the group. I'm the organizer of this group. I can touch this and delete or edit the album, change the album name. Or I can use the selection input to, let's say, delete these two photos. Let's go back. All right, so now we'll go into the forum discussions from the group. Here we can see a list of all the discussions from our group. We can open one up and leave a reply. Let's come back, and we can send invites to invite people into our group. So let's go here. And just like the web, I can filter by all members who are not yet in our group, or I can go to my connections and just see the people I'm connected to who are not yet in this group. So let's send an invite, let's say, to Maria and Neville as an example. We can come back and go into pending invites, and sure enough, Neville and Maria were invited. We can also send a message to people in our group, just like you can do on the web. So let's touch that. And from here, I can touch select all and send the message to everybody. Or I can pick specific people. Let's say I'll message Emily and Jessica. I touch next. And I can set if this is a group thread or if it's private, meaning each of them gets a message without the other CC'd on it. Let's just say group thread and I'll send it. And then we can also manage the group. So we can start here with the group details. From here we can change the group name and edit the group description. We can go into settings and edit settings throughout the group. For example, if it's a public or private group, let's just make it private for fun. Group documents, which users in the group are allowed to edit group documents. Basically all the settings that you see on the web. We can also go into the photo and upload a new group photo. And we can also change the group cover photo. And we can delete the group. So let's go back to the groups directory, and from here we can actually create a new group as well. So I'll just call this Mike's group. And we can touch next. And we can set our options. I'll just say it's private and I'll move on. We can set if we want it to have a forum discussion, I'll say yes. And if we want it to be connected to a LearnDash group, I'll skip that. And then we can upload a photo as well. And I'll go next. And we can also upload our cover photo. And we can invite some people into the group like we did before. I'll skip that for now. And our group has been created, just like that. So let's move on to the More tab. And in here we can see more content from the app. This is user customizable, which content goes in the More screen and which goes in the bottom tab. You can move all this around. So we'll start with up here, we can see my profile, a quick link to get to my profile. And if we go in here, we can actually edit my profile as well. So we can change my profile photo just like we did on the group. And we can edit my profile fields. So these are all profile fields that sync in from BuddyBoss platform. We can change the visibility. This one, work experience, is actually a repeater field. So this is how we show repeaters through the app. We can go in here and click edit and reorder these. And let's say I want to edit that particular repeater. I'll just say, yeah, Apple. And we can add a new repeater as well. I'll save that. And let's come back. We come back here, we can see all my profile details with my work experience repeaters, including the new one I just added. And then here we have our app settings. So not only can you pick which menus go in the More screen and in the bottom tab, you can also reorder these and give them their own section headers. That's all customizable. Let's go into the app settings. So we can see I'm logged in as John. All right, we'll go into our login information, and this is my email and password. Same fields that you would see on the web when you go into your account area. We can go back. So we can go into the privacy settings, and from here we have the ability globally to set the visibility of all of our profile fields. So as an example, let's say I don't want everyone to see my phone number, I'll just say my connections, and that's been updated. We can go into group invites and restrict group invites to my connections if we want, just like on the web. And then we have this about screen. This is specific to the mobile app and just tells you info about this mobile app. So the app version and the core version of the app. This stuff is just in our sandbox. What I'm showing you now is a sandbox that you can play in. And so this shows me what time the sandbox will expire. You can optionally configure these two tabs here if you want your users to be able to report a bug in the app or to send feedback about the app. They can touch this and it will open up their mail app, and you will set up who is the recipient email address that they will send that email to. And here we have something really cool. We've actually added the capability of using Face ID within the app. So if you don't want other people to see your content in the app, to see your messages, you can lock the app, meaning if it's in the background, you need to use your face or touch to open up the app again. This actually auto-detects what your device is capable of. So this particular phone can do Face ID. If your phone is an older one that just has Touch ID, it will say use Touch ID. So let's turn that on. All right, so I can say if I want it to automatically lock immediately after a minute, I'll just say immediately. So let's leave the app, and here we're in my phone settings, and now we're gonna come back to the app, and you can see it did the face unlock to let me in. And here, export data. This is a feature that we have on the web as well. It's required in the EU for compliance with GDPR. You have to let your users submit a request to the site admin to export all their data, and we support that. And then reset sandbox. This is particular to our sandbox system if you wanted to start fresh while playing around. And then of course I can log out. All right, so now let's see notifications. So all of the notifications that are in BuddyBoss platform on the web, of course, will appear in our app. And we can even take some quick actions on some of these. For example, Charles sent an invitation to connect. So I'll go ahead and accept it right here. And we can see Adele requests membership for a group that I'm an organizer of. So let's go ahead and accept that. And let's just click this and we can see I can view that notification. I have a reply to a forum post that I posted. We can see Joseph's reply right here. And I can go into the read tab and see old notifications that I've already read, and I can even mark it as unread. We've also built a push notification system into this mobile app. So when you receive a notification in the app, you will also receive a notification on your phone itself. And additionally, within the app plugin admin interface, you can send manual push notifications. So if you want to alert all the users of your app of something, you can send a notification and it will show up on their phone. All right, so now I want to show you the messaging interface. It's really beautiful. And from here you can see all the messages we've received on the web through BuddyBoss platform, like everything else, sync right into our app. Let's check out this multi-person thread. Here we can see the messages I've received. And if I want to see who are all the people in the thread, I can touch that and see all their participants in this message thread. And I can touch this, and I have my quick action sheet where I can do the same things like we do on the web. For example, I could mark this conversation as unread. All right, let's check out this message I received from Adele. I'm going to go ahead and reply. And let's attach a photo as well. And send that. Okay, so that worked. Let's pretend I'm the site admin. I'm the owner of the app and the site, and I just want to log in as Adele and see things from her perspective for testing purposes to see if she actually received this message. Just like on the web, you can view as a user in the app. So to do that, just like on the web, we're going to go to that user's profile, and we see we have this View As button. So let's touch that. And just like that, I'm viewing the app from her perspective. And again, only the admin can do this. So let's go into her message inbox now. And sure enough, she received the message that I sent her. And to get out of that experience, I can touch this at any time and switch back. And just like that, I'm back to John. All right, now I'm going to show you forums and forum discussions. So if I go to forums, we can see all the forums that exist on the site. And just like the other directories, we can sort and filter them. Here we see a forum that's attached to our foodies group. So from there, I can actually touch this and go to the group that's associated with that forum. And I can go back into the forum itself. And if I go to discussions, This is a directory of all the discussions on the site, and we can also search and filter those. Let's open up a discussion. So here we can see the title and the replies. I can reply to a post. And we also have quick actions to interact with that post, just like we do on the web. This is really for site admins and the moderators of the forum to be able to edit, move, and basically moderate that forum post, just like you would see on the web. Moving on, let me show you photos. So this is our global photos directory showing all photos uploaded throughout the website and the app. And we can filter, let's say, by my photos and just see the ones I've uploaded. And we can see the comments. And then we also have support for your blog. So this is the WordPress blog. It all syncs into the app if you want. All right, so we can search blog posts and we can filter them by category and by date published. So let's just say I only want to see the posts published in 2020. And it's filtered those down. And this is the featured image coming from our blog posts. Let's go into the blog post and we can see that displaying really nicely. We've got our content formatted nicely in the app. And if we want to comment, we can click here and see all the comments from the blog post showing up in this nice modal. And then now I want to show you courses. This is basically the entire LearnDash experience replicated into the app. All right, so I'm going to go to courses, and this is an index of all the courses that are available on the site. And I can go here and filter and search through the courses just like our other directories. And you can see these download arrows hinting at the fact that these courses work offline as well. I'll show you in a little bit. Let's go ahead and go into this course. And we can see we have our intro video. I can tap that and it's going to start playing the intro video that you uploaded, the same one you see in the price box on the web. We can see the contents from the course. And if I scroll down here, we can see the course content. So if I touch expand all, it'll open up and I can see all the content from the course, or I can open them up individually. Let's go ahead and start this course. So it takes me into the first lesson. And it tells me I have to complete the topics because that's the way this course was set up. So we can go into the topic and mark that as complete. And if I come back here, I can now mark the lesson as complete, just like on the web. And now we can see that I have 25% progress through our course, and the last activity was today. I should also note that we have the ability to sell courses in the app as well. I'm not showing that in this demo, but we do have a whole in-app purchase system for this app product, meaning you can sell access to courses and access to memberships using the most popular membership plugins, such as MemberPress, Paid Memberships Pro, WooCommerce memberships, and several others. And what will happen is it will actually let you buy the course or the membership through the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store, and then it will unlock that access in the app. So let's go ahead and show offline support. I'm going to touch this cloud icon and we're going to watch the course download to my phone. It's done. And if I come back here and go to my library, we can see that this course is added here. It's been downloaded. Now I'm going to go ahead and go offline. So here you can see I'm in airplane mode. All right, so let's go into this course, and I'm still offline, and yet I can still see all the course content. So if I press continue, it's going to take me back into this lesson. I can mark it complete, I can paginate to the next lesson, and basically I can continue taking this course while I'm offline. And then when I come back online again, the course is going to sync any changes that I made while offline back to the app and therefore back to the website. All right, let's go into this course categories view. This is very similar to the courses index, the difference being that it's displaying the courses broken up by category. This is optional if you want to use one or both of these views. We know a lot of people like to display their courses in this fashion. So you can scroll through and see all the courses that belong to each category. So let's just click Cybersecurity Standards. And here you can see what a course is like that I've already completed. Everything is checked off. It shows that my progress is 100%. I can go here and see the course description again. And this course was configured to have a certificate upon completion. So I can touch that. And here we see the certificate that I earned when I completed the course. Here under sample pages, we know that people like to have basic info pages in their app. So if I go into privacy policy, this is just a page that I created in this app. You could call it your about page or terms of service, or really whatever you want. These are basically just text content pages. And these are added using a special app page editor in the back end, allowing you to create page content that exists just in your app and not on your website. And then here, this web page is an example of what it looks like if you want to load a web page in your app. So if I touch that, we can see Google loading here. So I could have called this Google. This is all customizable again. So as you can see, this app is really feature rich. It has almost everything you see in BuddyBoss platform. A couple notable exceptions are Documents are not in this demo and Zoom is not in this demo. Documents is basically finished. Functionally, we have a version of the app with Documents in it. We're just finishing the polish on it, and very soon you will see a demo update with Documents in it. And Zoom is coming shortly after that. And we're also actively working on iPad support. Very soon, this app will have full support for iPads and other tablets. And looking even further into the future, if you've been following tech news, you may know that new Apple hardware coming out by the end of 2020 and throughout 2021, all their new laptops and desktops are going to have a new feature that allows iPad apps to automatically work on the Mac desktop. What this means is once you purchase this app, this one code base will work on iPhones, Android phones, iPads, and Android tablets, and on new Macs, it will work as a Mac desktop app. You can now imagine how your users can truly benefit from using the BuddyBoss app. If you're like most people, you probably spend most of your time engaging with community platforms like YouTube and Facebook from your phone rather than your website. So you can imagine that when your mobile app is in your customers' hands, they will end up using your app a lot more than your website. So get your BuddyBoss app today and make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us as we post new tutorials and feature updates.